Hey guys, Dan McCoy with R. McCoy. We're here in Fort Wayne, the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum for the Midwest Construction Expo. And I want to give a special shout out to the Builders and Contractors Association for Greater Indiana, for Northern Indiana. This is Lori Harvey, the Executive Director for BCA. And I can't tell you how helpful it is to have the BCA around. They put together so many fun events and networking opportunities, from YPF for the Young Professionals Forum to all the really cool stuff we get to do. They have fishing tournaments for the BCA. We have the Christmas Gala, which the spouses love the Christmas Gala because all of us contractors get together quite often. We see each other, we network, but it's a chance to get dressed up in December and go to a swanky club and have some fun. And it brings the whole construction community together, kind of like a family. We can all gripe and complain about the same thing in the same place, and that's what's kind of fun. So, Lord, take it away. Tell us what BCA is doing great. I know they're doing great stuff, but tell us what you got planned.
Yeah, BCA is a very active association. We just our 102nd year. We had a 100th anniversary celebrations a couple years ago,
which, by the way, was a blast.
But BCA represents tradition, heritage. We have some of the oldest general contractors and subcontractors too in the Fort Wayne market. The companies around 100 years ago that founded the BCA, second, third generation, still here today. But it's a place for our contractors, our members, to come together and collaborate, address issues of concern to them all, to just learn and network with each other. And we have 7 different committees. I'm going to try to cover all of those, but of course Dan mentioned our Young Professionals Committee. That's our newest committee for our members under age 40 staff. We have 9 monthly programs from September to May. We go to a lot of the downtown hot spots, and they get like a half hour, a variety of business topics, and then it's free adult beverages and some food for a couple hours.
It's really great for the kids coming into the. I say kids. I'm sorry,
they are.
But they're new. They're new project managers are excited. Junior estimators.
Architects.
It's really fun to see the enthusiasm that they have and they bring to the group. And it was a great idea to start this thing. It really was, because I've only seen BCA get bigger since.
All-time high in membership, 286. We continue to grow, Dan.
Yeah.
So. Big for construction is our safety committee. Normally, this is a downtime for construction, but I know some of our excavators, we should be going on vacation and getting out of town, but they're still working right through this winter season. But we just had 2 days of rigorous single person training last month. I've got 18 guys coming in next week for OSHA 30-hour excavation comp person, Dan. You might have some people for that all day. First aid CPR. Of course, we're promoting here the Build Your Future Indiana program. It is no secret that our contractors and our industry is starving for young people to come in and enter the trades. Build Your Future Indiana is a statewide nonprofit, in my opinion, the best program going to help bring young people into the trades. BYFindiana.org. We have a program, a luncheon, kind of a pre-apprenticeship program called BY, to target companies or people to come into the trades. That's a luncheon we're doing on March 20th. Working with John Kaywood, Allen County Building Commissioner, on March 6th. We have there's a brand new commercial building permit that Allen County is adopting. Been 8 years in the making. And we've got a bunch of our contractors coming in to meet with the building commissioner, kind of a lunch and learn on March 6th. Of course, any good membership organization has to be good at networking, and some of the events that Dan had shared. We excel with our networking events, very well attended. We have, again, the contractors, the generals, the subs come in with all those material suppliers and the attorneys and the banks and the CPAs. We, as an organization, our board will tell you, we know that it takes more than a general contractor to build a building. It takes the attorneys to write the contracts, the banks to finance the projects, and of course all the products and supplies and everything that goes into making a project successful. And that is who we represent, the whole industry. Unlike most trade associations, BCA is focused solely on the Northeast Indiana market. And again, for 102 years we've been doing that. There is no national or state BCA. That's what makes us unique, that's our niche, and that's the market that we serve. Beyond our young professionals program, safety, I mentioned the workforce development, some of those initiatives. We have a membership committee, very active. Our membership is the BCA. Guys like Dan and many, many others that comprise who makes up the BCA. But our membership committee works to make sure our membership is constantly growing. It's not only about getting new members in, but it's also about getting the ones we have involved in attending our events, be it the social or the many education events we have. A very active membership committee. Economic development, another huge area of work for BCA. We know that when there are effective economic development organizations such as Greater Fort Wayne or Northeast Indiana Regional Partnership, when these guys are successful, the first to benefit is the commercial construction industry. So we believe it's imperative as an association to stay on the forefront of economic development activities, to be it lobbying and even financial support. We have a very active economic development committee that raises over $25,000 a year, and we support the two that I mentioned, and two, we reach out into Northeast Indiana, the county level economic development organizations. So we sponsor two events. On March 21st is our Spring Economic Development Luncheon. That's coming up. And April 25th, our spring membership dinner and awards banquet. We have our Excellence in Construction Awards that honors outstanding projects through about a 75-mile radius of Fort Wayne. And again, we'll have well over 250 people. Moving it to Miro Center this year, and our architects get really heavily involved. And again, kind of going back to what I said, we know it takes more than a contractor to build a building. We bring the architects, are very active into the fold. 25 different A&E firms that comprise BCA as well. And as the nature of the industry has changed, general contractors used to be the architects did their thing and the generals came in and build it. But now, as they work more as a team,
it's a totally different dynamic now.
It definitely is.
And it's great. I think it's moving in the right direction, for sure.
So yeah, the contractors and the architects get together at the same table, and actually Gary Borland and Ms. KTD just got our executive committee. We may have our first architect as president here in a few years. So just a very dynamic organization, really.
And I've got to say, Lori and her staff, there's 3 of you total, right?
We have 3 on staff.
3 on staff, and I just can't believe how much they get done for all of us with just the 3 of them, because they're the ones that are in there pushing the committees, pushing guys like me, pushing friends that I have that are on committees to do something, to get involved, and it works. You ladies know how to get stuff done at the BCA.
Dan.
Oh, you do, because it's a wonderful organization to be a part of. R. McCoy is very proud to be a part of the BCA. And
well, Stephanie Custer, my right hand, we've been working together for almost 30 years. We were just like teenagers when it started, but it's Steph and Stephanie Heller is our admin assistant, but it's we have 7 standing committees, a board of directors, an executive committee, over 75 volunteers that really serve in the committees. When people ask what BCA is and what it does and how many people do you employ, I say we only employ 3, but our work is accomplished by many, many more. And the great volunteers like Dan, the people that get involved, our ambassadors. Really
oh my gosh, it's hard to believe how effective the staff at the BCA is, because it's so much larger than life when you go to these events. And you see the committees and you see the safety president, the lunch and learns, everything that's put on. There's almost too much stuff. Yeah. There is too much stuff to name.
Yeah, we have like
by the time you and you look at the calendar, feel free to check out their website, which we'll put in a link below. But you'll see that it's a very valuable organization to be a part of, and it's probably one of the best things if you're a new contractor, new vendor in Fort Wayne to be a part of. You really get to know a lot of the good people in the industry. And Lori, thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you,
Love
Dan.
it.
It's been a pleasure.
You can go rest now.
Thank you. Wine time.